All right, I've got the pork butts pulled off. I've got them in a couple of pans because of the juices. I happen to have foil pans. You can get them at Sam's or BJ's Wholesale or Costco, or Dollar Tree if you're not doing this very often. I've got stacks of them because we compete. One thing that I'd suggest is, because these things are at about 200 degrees, they will burn your hands, and the liquid coming out of them will really burn your hands, and you don't want to drop your pork butt or whatever your meat is on the ground after all the hours of work and everything you put into it. I use these liners, just a cotton liner, grabbed them on Amazon, and also I use a medical grade glove to put over top of the liner. You can see I have it on my right hand right here. It keeps you from burning your hands. I switch gloves a lot, and a lot of the times I'll forget to put a new rubber glove or over top of the liner. Try not to do that. The cotton gloves will keep your hands still from getting burned, but the juice will soak in. We'll take a look at this first one here real quick. And that's what it looks like. It's split open. It's actually pretty tender, which is good. I'm gonna wrap it back up. I already vented the other one. And then, like I said, let these rest for at least an hour. Ideally, you need to put them in something. A lot of people use coolers, which is fine, or just use a towel or a blanket. If you're using a bath towel and your wife wants to know why the bath towels smell like pork, just tell her you don't know why, or throw it in the washing machine before she gets home. And what I'll do is, once I set the camera down, I'll go ahead and wrap this a little bit better so it's underneath. And like I said, let them rest for at least an hour. And or if you have a used bath towel, or pick one up, dollar store or something. Coolers are good. I was using coolers. A lot of the competitions we do 8 butts for South Carolina Barbecue Association. It's a pretty large cooler to put all those in. And they have a tendency for the ones on the bottom to get a lot hotter, and the carryover cooking is a lot more than usually we want for those. We try to limit the ones we're actually going to submit to judging down to 2 or 3 butts out of the 8. We pick the best ones. But like I said, towel works well, keeps them warm. And depending on what you're doing, this is just pork butt, at least an hour. Myron Mixon and some of the other pit masters, if you're doing brisket, it actually, they'll recommend 2 to 4 hours to actually let the meat rest. And that gives time for all the juices to pull back in. And also, it gets more tender. So that's it for right now. The next one will be once I pull it.